Hello, this is Raina with Lylo Crafts coming on today as part of the 12 Months of Christmas collab. And what this is on the 25th of the month, this collaboration that is hosted by Jessica Marvell and Leslie Bromfield, there are a whole bunch of us collaborators, and we will come on and share a Christmas project again on the 25th of the month. And every month we have a theme. And this month's theme is my favorite. It's gingerbread. And so I have 12 projects to share with you today, just sweet little projects. So my first one are just these two little gingerbread coins. These are the size of ATC coins. So I have two that are ready to go. I've got a little boy and a little girl. And these are just from stickers that I recently hauled at Hobby Lobby. And then I used my circle punches. So this one is 2.5 inches and 2 inches and 2.5 inches. So I did the gingerbread color on the inside and the glitter paper on the outside. So that's my first two. So my next project is utilizing this sweet die set. These are two separate die sets. So it's got the gingerbread girl with the eyelashes and the skirt and the bow and the icing and the heart. And then the boy one also has the same thing. It's got the icing and the bow tie this time and a heart and a little bit more wavy gingerbread and wavy icing for him. I did not use this little cherry. You can put the cherry on top or on his hand or wherever you'd like to put it, but I did not use that piece. So here is my first little set of the gingerbread people. Oh, I think they turned out so sweet. And what I did was I cut them out of the normal craft paper cardstock, but then the next thing that I did was I backed them with 110-pound white cardstock on the back. So I did that just to make them a little stronger for when I place them on a project, a tag, a card, something like that. I could even pop them up because they're a little bit stronger. And then I popped up the bow, and then I also put on just a tiny little red gemmy, and I used my little chalks to make the cheeks. And then the eyes, these eyes are cut out directly from the die set. And then where the little dots were was where I added just a little bit of white marker. And then I cut this icing out twice. I tried to offset it just a little bit with gingerbread. And then to add a little bit of dimension and thickness, then I layered on the white icing on top of that. Now you can see there's like little dots in here. So if you wanted, you could color those in or, even add 3-dimensional sprinkles on top if you wanted. So now for the girl, what I did was I double layered her skirt. Again, I popped her skirt and her bow up, and I also offset her little icing on the top. Again, this was just to add a little dimension, and then I just went with a little black marker over her eyelashes. And so these are my two little sweeties. So happy with those. Then I made another set, but used a different stamp for their faces. So this one is more a pastel because I used a pastel pink little pearls on here. And so this time I just put them on single. So you can see that it does look a little bit more flat, and this one is a little more dimensional. So, but I used the Peachy Keen stamps for their faces. So I thought those are so sweet. And these Peachy Keen stamps, I'm using the stamp set that's one of Jill Norwood's favorites. That's actually the title on it, Jill Norwood's favorites. So, so those are my two sweet ones. The next thing I made was some gingerbread houses. And so I used this sweet die. And these are all dies that I hauled last year, and they will be in my old AliExpress hauls from last year. So this one has the house. It has the base of the house. It even has like a stitch border, so you could make this into a shaker if you wanted. It has the gingerbread part of the roof. It has the icing for the roof. It's got a door. It has circles to put behind the peppermint cutouts, as well as the heart to go behind the heart part, and an outline piece. It has little gumdrops, and this is the doorknob, and it also has icing to go over the door. So it has so many sweet pieces. It also came with these little gingerbread squiggles, but I did not use those in my project. Okay, so let's look at my 3 little gingerbread houses. So here they are. I just love the way they turned out. So the first one I did was like pastel, and so you can see that I used just some matte pink cardstock on top of the gingerbread. And then when you look to the side, you can see the door behind it has pink, and these are like pink peppermints. And then what I did was I cut out some of these icing accents just in white glitter cardstock, and then I added the little gumdrops in 2 different colors. So in that white glitter, as well as the matte pink. So that's my first one. Then my second one is this little house, and I did this pretty much all tonal, so it's only gingerbread or white, and I used a combination of the white matte cardstock as well as the glitter cardstock. And again, I offset this with the glitter to create some additional dimension on there. And the same thing I did with the icing over the door, and you can see that the door comes with a beautiful outline as well. So I think that's so sweet, and I think my favorite one is this one. And this one I did with white glitter cardstock in the background. So when you look through the door, you can see the door has white glitter cardstock. And then this time, the reason why I like this is not only for the glitter, but it is because I popped up all of these little gumdrops on tiny little foam dots. And so I love that additional dimension that brings on top of the door being popped up and the heart being popped up. So I think that turned out so sweet. So that's that. And then I made these sweet tags again. These are 100% inspired by Jill Norwood, but this time last year I made them with KS Craft faces, and this time I used those Peachy Keen stamps again, and they are super sweet. And so this one I used a double scallop punch, the 2 and the 2.5 inch, and then I took my white marker and went around the outside for the icing, and I used a jelly roll pen on the inside for the more fine details, and then I used the same chalks to add a little rosiness to the cheeks, and it's got a tiny little jingle bell on the top with this striped bow. And then on this one I used a plain, not a scallop circle, and this time I popped it up, and so I am liking the popped up version. I think even a little better than the flat version. And so again, these could be super sweet tags to put on presents, or you can even use them as ATC coins. And this time I just freehanded in the little icing, and again used the jelly roll marker on here and added a tiny little bell and a red and white polka dotted bow for that one. And in case you didn't see my project the other day when I was making these little wax bows and working with wax seals, I just wanted to show you this tiny little baker that I have, and I've got a 2-tone gold bow. And then what I did was I took a white marker and went along on the outside of the bow to add just a little bit of dimension. And I ran out of time, but I was hoping to actually use my little stamp and stamp out that it's cookie time and put that over its hands. I think that would be so cute with the baker's hat. And I just recently hauled this stamp set. So I'll do that when I'm off camera. So that is it. That's my, these are all of my sweet project shares for today. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would so love it if you subscribe. And if you could give me a thumbs up, that really, really helps my channel. And I would so appreciate it. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.